Welcome home again, my friend. We do appreciate you watching our videos. We do want to take just a second here to remind you to please like and subscribe. We sure would appreciate that as we get to where we can do more and more. I hope you're enjoying them. I like spending a little time with you here. We're going to go ahead and do something today. We're going to talk about canning our tomatoes. And I'm going to go by the Ball Blue Book guidelines for this. Pretty much know how to do it, but I'm going to read it specifically because a lot of people say, well, you can just water bath can them, and yes, you can. But I'm limited on time, and I can pressure them for a lower amount of time than what I would if I water bath can them, and I can get more done. So let's go ahead and dive right on in on this video. And first thing we're going to do is, of course, wash our tomatoes real good. So we'll go over there and wash them, get them washed, and get them ready. Get them checked for bruises, any bad spots. We only want to use real good tomatoes, get them washed real clean, and then we'll start with our next step. Okay, now our next step is going to be, we're going to take these washed tomatoes that we have, and we're going to, I guess you could call it blanch them, but we're going to put them in hot boiling water. We're going to put those in there for 30 to 60 seconds. And that's what we're using. This is a pressure canner, but it's deep enough. And I like to use a colander that will actually set down in here and pull the whole thing out rather than just spooning them out. But you could do either way. I just tend to be a little lazy with that. We're going to pull those out. We'll immediately put them in in this pan of cold water. We'll put them in some cold water and ice. We'll fill that up with ice and a little bit of water. We'll take them out of the heat here, put them in the water there to cool them, and continue in the process till we get them all done. Now what we want to do is we want to take our tomatoes that are in our cooling water that we have cooled off. We have them all ready. Forgot to mention I have over in the dishwasher our jars that are just being washed and being steamed to keep them to the right temperature, because you don't want to take a cold jar and put it in hot water, and you don't want to put the hot ingredients in there. Even though we've cooled these tomatoes off a little bit, we're going to pack them in their own juice instead of in water for a little bit stronger taste and flavor. So I like that the best way. So we're going to do that. We're going to take our tomatoes and look them over, cut the cores out. We're going to cut them up. We're going to pack them in our jars. And then we'll take and we're not going to add any water. And we'll take our jars and we'll add a little bit of lemon juice. If you're doing quarts or pints, it matters. You add a quarter of a teaspoon of citric acid or 1 tablespoon of bottled lemon juice for each pint jar. And we're using the lemon juice, but we're going to use quart jars. So you could use either a half teaspoon of citric acid or 2 tablespoons of bottled lemon to each quart jar. And that's what we're going to do. Then we're going to pack our tomatoes into our hot jars, pressing gently until the juices fill up the spaces between the tomatoes. We're going to leave 1 inch headspace. 1 inch headspace. We'll add a half teaspoon of salt to pint jars, but for quart jars, we use 1 teaspoon of salt. We're going to then I'll show you how to take and remove the air bubbles. Remove those. Let's take something plastic, can't be metal. Just caps or tips and the rings, as I call them. And then we're going to pressure pints and quarts 25 minutes at 10 pounds of pressure. And then we'll show you what that looks like. So there you have it. That's our tomatoes that we put up, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you maybe learned something from it. Maybe even if nothing, you watched me be able to do it, so you know you can. Don't be scared. A lot of people are scared of your pressure canner. Don't be scared. We're going to wrap this up. We'll help you tune in again next time. May God bless you.